let's move on to the White Sox. They came in last year, but I put them up first in front of the Twins. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the White Sox right now. They added Jose Abreu, a defector from not Cleveland, from Cuba. However, I wouldn't blame anybody defecting from Cleveland. So they added him. He's going to be either first base, DH, wherever they see in him. They also added Adam Eaton, a young outfielder, in the trade for the Diamondbacks.
Are they going to play Abreu right away?
According to MLB.com, he's going to be the starting first baseman, and that means Konerko's gone. Konerko's on the bench.
Which I'm really sad about.
Wait, all right. So
I really like him. I know he's getting old.
Here's a big question: would you rather have under 200 batter and Adam Dunn DHing or Konerko?
See, I think that's going to be big. They might even do a platoon type of thing.
I wouldn't even platoon it.
I would go Konerko too.
Yeah, I go Konerko. I mean, worst case scenario, you have a big bat coming off the bench, and if you need a home run, go for it. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, but this White Sox team, besides Dunn and Konerko, they're pretty young. They have Adam Eaton out there in center field now.
That Garcia.
Avisel Garcia, who they got in a trade last year. They got him from the Tigers in that three-way trade with the Red Sox that sent Peavy to the Red Sox. Chris Sale, their ace, and boy, what an ace he is. He's a lefty too, so that you know he's good.
Yeah, I like Chris Sale. I mean, he has electrifying stuff as well. It's fun to watch him pitch. I mean, it's so unique.
Definitely, yeah.
And then I don't like John Danks.
I don't like John Danks either. They were expecting a lot out of him. He got hurt too.
Yeah, he got hurt multiple times, but I don't like his stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
He started out last year or 2 years ago. He started out like 0-11.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 0-11.
I had him to that year.
I had him in one. I had one in my leagues, and I kept saying next game he's going to do it.
Yeah,
I can't drop him yet.
That's what happens. So yeah, they got Jose Abreu starting at first base here on MLB.com, and Adam Dunn the DH. That means Konerko's on the bench. I mean, they re-signed him to what, a 1-year deal? I guess, so they can he can retire maybe after the season.
Probably.
But I mean, it's not a bad guy to have on the bench, and I'm sure he's going to be professional about it. I know he loves the White Sox organization. He wouldn't be there all these years if he didn't. So,
what about the third base? They're starting third baseman right now.
DSP.
Wait, it's Matt Davison on ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about him. He's 22 years old, so he's nice and young.
I mean, they also have Jeff Keppinger there too.
Yeah,
a former Met prospect, didn't really turn out that way.
Keppinger can play everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's a utility guy.
Yeah, he pretty much anywhere. Yeah. Davidson was in Arizona the past 3 years. He came over with that trade.
Yeah.
He only played. That's spring training. I can't find regular season stats. Wait, they're there. Yep. He played 15 games last year. So yeah, he's young, but we'll see how he does. I think that third base is going to be battled for in White Sox camp. It has been battling, but I don't know. I don't really like this team all that much. After Sale, I don't like their rotation. I do want to see Jose Abreu, and I do like Adam Eaton and Avisel Garcia. But other than that, I'm not really too sure what they have going for them. I take it you guys don't either.
I don't expect anything from them. I feel bad for Ventura as the manager there.
I do love Robin Ventura as the manager, though.
I feel bad.
And they
for
have
him.
Super Joe McEwing as the third base coach, former Met greats. All right, now we're going to move on to the Twins. The Twins of Minnesota, they're actually hosting the All-Star game this year in Target Field.
I am so excited to see Byron Buxton play for them.
That's true. Currently, he's in. I think he was sent down to the minor leads.
Yeah, I mean that's
the first cut, but I mean that's protocol.
I imagine he'll be up in the first 2 months, just because I really don't think that the Twins can really compete that much.
I don't think so either, but we'll see. They have Joe Mauer making a permanent move to first base. They have Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. But their backup catcher,
Pinto,
a very young guy, very high
on him.
Yep, they're very high on him. They're looking at him as if he could be the next Joe Mauer. He came up 8 games last year, 5 hits, and a double. That's about it. But I mean, 8 games, not really much of a sample size.
Yeah.
They have high hopes for him.
It's unfortunate for them. I mean, they have that Miguel Sano. He's their young shortstop that they're real high on.
Right.
Top 5 prospect, I think, and he unfortunately got injured. I think it was an ACL or something, so he's out for the year. I was looking forward to seeing him and Buxton play together. I think that's going to be a dynamic duo for years to come.
Next year with Pinto as the starting catcher, I don't see Suzuki starting
No.
there. They do have that shortstop you just mentioned and Buxton coming in, and then Joe Mauer over there at first.
I think they can be dangerous in a few years.
I think so too, and I'm looking forward to that. But this year, not so much. I mean, they added Ricky Nolasco. They added Phil Hughes.
Oh, good old Phil Hughes!
With another failed New York project, Mike Pelfrey. Yep. Brian Dozier's a pretty solid second baseman.
Josh
Willingslam, love him.
Except for he only can bat 200 now. It seems like.
True. But he's out there in left field, the starter. I don't know. I think there's a lot of questions with this outfield, and I think
there's a lot of questions with this team.
Yeah, it's true. I think, but that outfield especially, I think they're going to mix and match with that.
It just seems like their starting pitching is a lot of spot starters now.
Definitely. I mean, if Ricky Nolasco's your number one.
Vance Worley's in there. You got Phil
Kevin
Hughes.
Correa, Phil Hughes, Mike Pelfrey, Deduno, Scott Diamond. Scott Diamond actually had like a really good month for me in fantasy one year.
The one bright spot on the team, Glenn Perkins.
Yes, Glenn Perkins, a lefty closer. He's going to be around for a long time. He's a great talent. And, I mean, whether he's going to be around with the Twins for a long time, I don't know. I think he should be. But either traded or with the Twins, he's going to be a nice he's going to be a really good closer for years to come. And he's a lefty, so you got to love him. Anything else with the Twins?
No, I think that's it, really. There's not really too much to talk about right now. For the future, there is a lot of hope for them, but
this is a rebuilding year.
They're still in that process.
Did we miss anything for the other ones? Or are we ready for the picks?
I think we're ready.
All right. See, this was hard, especially the first pick that we have going on here, the last place team.
Yeah.
This was difficult for me to pick.
I agree with that. I mean,
who's gonna come in last? Who's gonna be in the cellar?
Yeah.
Who do you got, Andrew? Who do you think's gonna come in last with this?
I got the Twins coming in last this year. Like I stated, I think it's solely a rebuilding year. I don't see any big moves being made out of Minnesota this year, so I'll put the Bombers second.
All right, Evan.
They win. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know how to classify it, but I think that they get out of the cellar because of the last series, because Byron Buxton plays hero and the White Sox take last place.
All right, see, I'm going to record this. I'm going to put it on YouTube, and I promise you this week, it's going to go on YouTube. If you were looking for it last week, it was just midterm week for me. I couldn't cut. I didn't have time to cut, paste. Also, I was at home where I have little to no internet service, and it rained. So then you have a problem when it rains up there. Oh no, satellite internet. But that's up in the boonies. So no, it wasn't last week's pick. Last week wasn't on the YouTube, but this week it will be. So check that out on the SportsStop WSJU channel on YouTube. You'll see some past shows, and we'll let you know on Twitter and Facebook when this week shows up. I promise you. All right, Atticus, who's in last?
This was a really tough decision.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because there's a lot of bad teams in this division. But I'm going with the Sox. I don't think they're going to crawl out of their hole.
Okay, wait, Evan, you're saying the Sox are going to win? You come
Sox. Wow. Now you're giving me the speech problems. The Sox will come in last.
All right, I have the Twins coming in last. I think the Sox have more potential than the Twins this year. I like the Sox young talent more than the Twins young talent.
Byron Buxton
of right now.
Buxton will prevail in that last series. But at the same time, they might want to tank, so to get a better pick.
It's true, they might. All right, so if last place was hard, I'm thinking second to last place was easy because it was pretty much between those two teams. So let me guess.
Yeah.
Andrew, White Sox. Yeah. Evan and Atticus, Twins.
Yeah.
Okay, because I had the White Sox as well. Again, young talent, but just not ready. Now the top 3 teams. Well,
this is, I think,
the second and third teams was hard for me as well.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's
Andrew,
interesting.
Andrew, who do you got coming in third?
I went with the Royals.
Okay.
I think the Indians would have a bounce back year. Obviously, they finished with 92 wins last year.
Yeah.
I think they continue that success. I can see them doing it again and competing with the Tigers. I just don't think the Royals have all the pieces, and I don't think they really have the experience when it comes down to the dog days of summer.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, I'm up with my 3 spot.
All right. How about you, Evan?
I'm going Indians in third.
Okay.
It's more for the fact that I'm kind of high on the Royals this year, and I think they're going to be able to piece it together and actually be in contention and really battle for a wild card spot.
All right. How about you, Atticus? Where are you going?
I'm going with the Royals. I'm going to leave them at third. Yeah. I think Detroit and Cleveland are better teams than Kansas City.
Okay. I like this because I went with the Indians. Even though Terry Francona was the manager of the year last year, of course he's still there. But I just don't trust the Indians rotation. I like Justin Masterson. I like Danny Salazar. I don't like Justin Masterson or anybody else in that rotation. They do have put some nice offensive pieces with Santana, Swisher, things like that, but I have the Indians coming in third. And then, we have Indians? No, you have Royals in second.
No, Royals in third.
Oh, okay, and then you have Indians in second.
No, sir.
No, okay, all right. Go ahead, Andrew.
I got the Tigers finishing second this year.
All right. I like this.
I think the Indians have a lot of proof. I mean, they got Michael Bourne in the lineup. Nick Swisher, adding Terry Francona was huge. I don't know. I just have a feeling this is their year. And, they finally get out of that. Under the shadow of Detroit, you may want to say.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I got Cleveland finishing 1, and I got Detroit finishing 2. I think the absence of Prince Fielder just kind of leaves the Tigers with some emotional loss there. So,
okay.
I mean, to be honest, I won't be surprised if the Tigers take the division.
All right.
I'm rooting for the Indians to finish first, and I do have the thought that they will get there.
Okay, how about you, Evan?
Yeah, I got
second place.
I got the Royals in second place, and I got Tigers in first. I think the Tigers will have a down year, but they still win it by probably 4 games.
Okay.
I got Cleveland in second, Detroit in first. I think it's going to be a really tight race, though. I think both these teams are good. I'm in love with Detroit's rotation. I think they're going to edge it out.
They have one of the best rotations in baseball. I have Detroit coming in first, and I have Kansas City coming in second. However, I think the Royals will keep it close. Like Evan said, probably within 4 games. I think Detroit will really miss Prince Fielder, but they'll really miss Jim Leland more. So, so I got the Tigers. We all have the Tigers except for Andrew, who's got the Indians. There we go, Cleveland. All right, it's 101. Ooh, we went a little bit over. But it was fun having you. It's a jam-packed show. We're looking forward to it again next week on Wednesday at 11 to 1, as always.
And we'll talk about all of our NCAA failures.
Can't wait to see how many brackets get busted.
So you don't want to miss that. Stick around. We got the Jazz Show coming in about 2 hours. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. For Andrew Calvano, Evan McGuire, Atticus George, I'm James Mitchell, and saying this Wednesday, life is good today. Let's keep it that way.